What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey man, it seemed like every other day is somebody else that Triller is refusing to pay. Now y'all know just a couple weeks ago I was telling you how Triller has signed up like 300 black creators that pledged millions of dollars that they were going to pay them over a certain time period. Once you did the averages on that, it was around like $47,000 a piece for each of those creators. A lot of those people said that they had never received their money, but now Swizz Beatz and Timbaland are saying that Triller is not paying them for the verses. Okay, so it looks like the culture is really finna be side-eyeing Triller, you know what I mean, because now they know they don't seem to like paying their people. Okay, boxers that have also participated in some of those boxing matches with them have also not received their money. So this seems like an ongoing problem, an ongoing issue of culture within their company. But let's break down the specifics. All right, as we all know, Verzuz was started in 2020 in the midst of the pandemic. Swizz Beatz and Timbaland, they did their own battle to kick it off, and then of course they had other people, singers, songwriters, rappers, whatever, everybody in between, producers, did their battles. They ended up getting so big that they decided they wanted to take it on a larger scale, and they sold Verzuz to Triller in January of 2021. So they didn't even get a full year of experience, offers, building market value, all of those types of things. So I think it's unfortunate that they sold it so soon. However, everything did seem to be going well. You know what I mean? We did get a lot of entertaining battles. We got the legendary Dipset versus Locks that nobody's going to forget. And we had some other ones that are, you know, in that same stratosphere. You know what I mean? So we got to give credit to the presentation that Verzuz and Triller have put on thus far. However, over the course of the past maybe like 6 to 8 months, there has been some issues around the monetization of this whole Verzuz situation, or just Triller in general, because as they continued to produce more shows and get bigger acts, or just paying acts period, you know, they started putting payment gates on how you could watch these battles or these concerts, right? A lot of people have been refusing to actually pay for the Triller app because outside of Verzuz, who actually goes on there to use that app? One of the primary reasons that Triller was even in the game was for the short form video content and music marriage, but TikTok ended up stepping in and basically knocking them out of the competition. So we really don't have a use case for Triller outside of watching Verzuz. Timbaland and Swizz Beatz are now saying that Ryan Kavanaugh has defaulted on the deal just after paying them 2 payments, according to their documents. It's reported that a new payment plan was later agreed upon. However, Timbaland and Swizz Beatz claim they haven't seen the money hit their accounts yet after it was due. So now they're seeking damages of $28 million plus $95,000 in interest, as well as attorney fees and costs for putting them through the trouble of having to go through this legal issue. Now, Triller has actually responded. They spoke to the New York Post and said that this lawsuit is truly unfortunate. We hope it is nothing more than a misunderstanding driven by lawyers. This is what Triller is saying. We do not wish to air out our dirty laundry in the press, but we have paid Swizz and Tim millions in cash and in stock. Triller continued, no one has benefited as much from Triller to date. Triller has helped fuel Verzuz to new heights, making it the global cultural phenomenon it is today. We hope to resolve this amicably and quickly, and truly hope it's just a misunderstanding. If we are forced to defend it, we are more than optimistic the truth and facts are on our side. And this is where I gotta interject with my own take. As we can see, Triller is now claiming that they're the reason why Verzuz is a global phenomenon. But that's not true. The global phenomenon was in 2020 when D-Nice and Verzuz were the main 2 entities that were entertaining us while we were getting acclimated to being on lockdown in the crib. They may have helped propel it, but Verzuz was already getting 1 million, 2 million, 3 million viewers concurrently. So you can't just come in and say, oh, we propelled y'all to 7 million viewers, so we're the reason why y'all are doing what you're doing. No, you came in and you helped after you paid to be a part of what we're doing. You bought in. Okay, that's understandable. We did business, but y'all are not responsible for what this is. Y'all had no contribution to the creation of what Verzuz is. Y'all don't even have no contribution to the branding of what Verzuz is. They had their own logo. They had the Ciroc sponsorship in the can way ahead of time. Now, in this moment, I also got to speak towards Timbaland and Swizz. I really wish you guys would have held on to this asset for a bit longer so y'all could really see what the potential was. Y'all struck while the iron was too hot. You know what I mean? And apparently, other companies were willing to give them more money, but they went with Triller because they felt like it was going to be more of a cultural impact. They felt like Triller understood their message a little bit better than maybe some of the other potential buyers. But they said they turned down hundreds of millions of dollars. It's just unfortunate because they made this deal. They also had, remember, there's 43 other artists, producers, songwriters, etc. that had participated in Verzuz before the sale, and they were also supposed to get a piece of the deal. I wonder if those people ever got paid, right? Then Triller's talking about how we paid them millions of dollars plus stock in the company. But how much have they actually made? Don't tell me about the stock you gave us that was negotiated. Now, pay us the rest of what we agreed. You stopped paying almost a year ago. That's on y'all. But I do want this to be a lesson for all of my people out there, all of my creators, my content creators, my artists, everybody that's doing something creative or providing services, entertainment of any kind, man. We got to start making sure that we know our value, know our worth. And even if we don't know it, we got to get to know it. You feel me? Do the research, go talk to people, get second opinions, schedule little consultations with people just to get an idea and an overview of what the value is in your market for what you're doing. Sometimes these are hard conversations to have. Sometimes we don't want to feel like, oh, I'm getting underpaid, or you don't want to know you're being underpaid, so you'd rather stay in bliss. But these are the things that happen, man. I feel like if Timbaland and Swizz really wanted to, they could have completely built the infrastructure of Verzuz as it is, as far as a concert platform. They could have done that 100% on their own, or they probably could have went with a company like Live Nation and turned it into a touring series where they had a show a month, or every bi-monthly. They could have had 6 shows a year with some of the best artists in the game, had nice lineups. I mean, the last couple of shows, they tried to do the undercard lineups, which I thought was smart, but all of that could have been accomplished without Triller. And then you could have found a media partner on the back end that was going to be able to have the capability of live streaming it to the public on all platforms the way that they did. And they would have just been a partner rather than the people that bought you out of your company. They should have been able to get a lot more out of this situation than they actually did. So I can't criticize them. I don't know what their business structure is or what their goals were. I can't say, you know, every man has to speak for themselves in regards to these types of situations, but I think that this could have been handled in a much more strategic way, that they still could have got what they wanted in terms of capital while maintaining their company and not having to go through a situation like this where you basically, Triller came to the scene and ass betted them, and and it looked like they not trying to pay. So now they're gonna have to handle it in court. It's gonna be a mess, but hopefully Timbaland, Swizz, and Verzuz come out on top. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get the brand back and the name back. Who knows how this is gonna play out, man? This could effectively be the end of the celebration for real. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, man. Make sure that you like and share this video. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for post notifications so you get all updates when they go up. And I will see you guys on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.